I do like how exactly one of us can remember how to do this each record too. And it's a real coin flip on who it's going to be and when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's never both. It's never
No.
like, we should do that. And the other person's like, yeah, I was also about to suggest that.
I was also
the other
thinking
person's
that was
like,
a thing
oh,
we
you
should
should
do.
spell that website for me because I forgot. 20?
Yeah, 20.
Oh,
think I got
heard
it.
you.
Exact. My clock is 2.6 seconds ahead.
I'm 0.3 seconds ahead, but I heard you like half a second behind because latency is a thing. Man, it's hard to make the internet. I don't know if you knew this or not.
Yeah.
I've looked into it. It's complicated.
Should I bring us in and we can do this thing?
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. So
Perfect.
Someone should.
As I noticed in the last 2 episodes that you were in charge of, there is no intro. It just begins.
Yeah.
Which I do appreciate.
The intro happened years ago.
works. Yeah.
All of my thoughts are in the middle of things.
It just continues. We did an intro once, and then it just kind of goes from there. You should. Some podcasts really believe that you should listen in release order. We believe that too, but we actually believe that there should be
really
gaps.
just one episode.
Yeah, it's just one
this
episode.
is one stream of consciousness that sine waves it's through both in release and in intensity.
Hello and welcome to the 70% Complete podcast. It's the show where the topic is the tangent. Today, I'm your co-host, Phil, and joining me today is Logan, my other co-host. How are you doing, bud?
Hello. I am well, sure. Yeah.
Improving, always getting better. Well enough.
Always getting better on a wide enough time scale. How about that?
Yeah. The glacial time scale of improvement.
Yeah, there are days where I am exclusively worse, but we don't operate on the daytime schedule.
It's trend lines here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's been a bit. It's been a bit. I think we were looking
We
back.
say every 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, that's production for you. I think it has been 2 months since we have recorded a podcast.
For sure.
So you may have forgotten, Logan, but
I have.
You had a bright spot for me?
No. Why would I?
I would allow you to throw in a mundane curiosity if you would like.
Oh, I mean, I have like a lot of bright spots, but I don't want to actually just hijack the entire episode. So since we have not recorded in 2 months, I've banked a ton of shit to talk about, and I've forgotten most of it.
Yeah.
But I have at least like I don't know, 10 YouTube channels I've completely burned through in that time.
Oh God.
You learned of one of them recently.
Oh yeah. So I haven't watched any of this, but it is waiting for the work week, I will say.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna drip feed those in as we go. But Ocean Liner Designs was the one I sent you.
Yep.
It has some real like early 2000s History Channel kind of vibes and production about it. I've watched a lot of it. They talk about boats. I've been getting into boat YouTube.
Hell yeah.
I forget how weird boat guys are.
It's a special kind of guy.
Yeah.
Would you?
I'm not even saying that's a negative. That's just a description.
Where does boat guy rank with train guy?
On what scale?
That's a fantastic question.
Because it's just like land versus sea-based neurodivergence, I think is what you're describing. So there's a subsect of boat guy, which boat guy also gender neutral in this case. The way I'm going to be using it.
Of course.
There's a subsect of boat guy, which is just Titanic guy. And I forget that those people are committed and plentiful in ways that I forget.
Yep.
So you've got that, and those people show up with ocean liner designs frequently, which makes sense. This person is primarily focused on ocean liners, roughly of that time.
Sure.
And then I have another boat guy channel that I found semi-connected, which is more naval based, and that's an entirely different flavor of boat guy.
Like World War II U-boat.
All of it. Fucking all
guy?
of it. All of it.
Cool.
Age of Sail on through end of World War II.
Oh yeah. The guys who can can name how many cannons are on a Spanish galleon that fought at Trafalgar.
These are the guys who make fun of those guys for not knowing enough.
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
This is intense. This one's intense. I was gonna bring a clip. I'm gonna bring a clip of it next time we record to play you. This person frequently does 3-hour long Q&As of people just writing in with the most like pedantic, thin slivered ticky tack bullshit. It's great.
Perfect.
All the things I sound feel like insults, but they're all positive to me. But those people are seemingly like spiritually incapable of agreeing with each other on anything.
Oh, yes.
This is like your war gamer boat dad kind of thing going on. They will agree 98% on an incredibly wide topic.
Sure.
And then follow up with 6 paragraphs of text on that 2% in a YouTube comment. Which will have 40 replies because now we're fighting.
Yeah, now we're fighting in the comments.
Yeah. So I'll bring some of that channel next time because I played Catherine the start of it. She didn't even make it through the full question before I saw
before
the
she
light
was
leave
out?
her eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got that to look forward to next time. But for this time, ocean liner designs. If you want to hear someone talk about ocean liners forever, check that out.
How much costume work is in there? I've seen some thumbnails with some costume work in it.
This person has a set. So here's the thing. Unclear if this is costume or if this is wardrobe. I'm not sure if this individual has gone down a fashion path because that's just who they are.
Yep.
Like holistically.
Yep.
Or if it is specifically because of the channel and for the channel.
Okay.
Also, Ocean Liner Designs has some sub channels too. So
of course
they do some airplanes and some other stuff occasionally.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not like a I'm trying to remember what the channel is. The 17th century cooking or whatever. Like that guy has.
Oh, that guy who's just like
costume.
Check out my tricorn hat while I sit in the woods and nibble on hardtack.
Yeah. That guy.
No. This one I wouldn't say is like
because that's kind of
reenactment,
right? Yeah.
But the way I would wear a I don't know Dan Olsen shirt when we talk about like YouTube video essays, this person is subsequently garbed. But maybe they look like that every day. I don't know.
Unclear.
I would believe that. Yeah. It's the kind of guy who would look like that every day.
Okay.
But also they have a good YouTube channel and I would imagine that they would do costume themselves for that. So could go either way.
That checks out. On Ocean Liner tangent, and speaking of Titanic guy, have I ever recommended you the podcast Did Titanic Sink?
Yeah, I went through it.
Okay.
I got a couple episodes in before I was like, I don't think this guy fucking believes the shit he's trying to sell me.
Yeah. He'll never tell.
There's an Ocean Liner design episode that covers basically everything brought up in that podcast and just shreds it.
Amazing. I love that.
So
if you are interested in the comedy version of this, I would say, dear listener, go check out Did Titanic Sink? It is a limited run. I think it's like 8 or 9 episodes maybe of a Australian comedian talking to a New Zealand radio producer about his theory and the general conspiracy theory that Titanic, the ship, did not actually sink, and in fact the one on the ocean bottom is a different ship. It's a cool story told very well in that episode or in that podcast. I'll let you decide if you think that it sunk. It's a good show.
It did. It absolutely did.
It did.
It's very stupid to believe otherwise. And if you want to know all the reasons, there's a 3-hour Ocean Liner Designs video telling you why. This person has they're just under 1 million subs and they have 542 videos.
Good Lord.
Ranging from like 20 minutes to 6 hours. I will say
6 hours.
That they have a Taco Bell like production pipeline.
What does that mean?
That means
it's a lot
you got
of extrusion.
Like you have some core products and you've figured out 9,000 different ways to put those 12 things together.
Okay.
So like a lot of the 6-hour videos are just, slap together versions of the 20-minute videos strung in a theme though. Or they've also like they'll come at the same event or the same ship from numerous different perspectives, and maybe you'll get like a 3-hour video about engines, and then we'll talk about steam boilers or something in various boats for 3 hours. So they've found ways to like do a significant amount of research, but then really maximize
like the actual output.
Yeah.
That's cool. I appreciate that.
No,
I'm sure that can
very
be
well done.
Grading a bit, but it is kind of nice to just have the big compilations and sometimes the drip feed also.
Yeah, it seems to bother a few people, but I think the human that a 6-hour video on ocean liners appeals to is willing to listen to the same thing twice.
That's fair.
On occasion. It's me. I'm that person.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
Is there a name? Is there a name for the ocean line design viewers? Does he reference the audience?
No. Does not. Mike Brady is the name of the human who runs.
Mike Brady. It's a good boat guy name.
It is a good boat guy name. They do. I don't remember the name of the person who does their animations. They've recreated a number of these boats digitally.
That's fun.
And get a good amount of their footage from that. So
yeah, that is a professional production setup you got there.
Yeah. No, they have a full pipeline. Like it's good. I've decided it's worth your time, whoever you are. If you're willing to listen to me fucking yap, then you might as well give this a shot.
Get it straight from the fire hose.
Yeah,
specifically about boats.
We're not talking about boats today, though, Phil.
No, we're not.
We're talking about Helldivers again.
Yes.
It's been a while. It's been a long while, I think, since we've done like a full dedicated Helldivers episode.
Yeah, I meant to go back and look, and I think that it is bordering on year.
That feels right.
Or a full August 29th, 2024 was the last time we talked about armor numbers.
Okay. Yeah. And that, if I'm remembering correctly, was a bit of a surprise to you.
It sure was. It sure was.
That the game worked that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm here to tell you yet again, I'm going to surprise you with the way the game works that you've spent over 100 hours in.
Jeez Louise. Okay. For the engaged listener, that is episode 20, Codex Helldivers. I think we talked like 20 minutes or so about the world of Helldivers, and then the discussed tag here on the bottom says game balance is hard, comma, game chargers, comma, an airing of grievances is how that ends.
You might be able to just copy and paste that right onto the bottom of this episode.
Yeah.
Game balance is hard. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about something that butts right up against the charger. And I will air some more grievances. In fact, they might be the same grievances. We'll see. I haven't listened to that episode. So
all right, let's do it.
But first, I'm gonna but first you for the second time. Do you want to do a mental exercise here?
Yes, please.
Okay. I just sprung this on you right before we started that we're gonna do a little thing where we talk about how to choose a weapon in a video game. And I think we're gonna use Helldivers as a lens for this discussion, but the broad strokes will kind of apply to just about anything.
Okay.
So, should we? Do you know how much Helldivers you've done? I guess just to give our Helldivers bona fides a little bit.
I think you are right. I think I closed in on 110 hours the last time we played, something like that.
Feels right. So we play once a week for 1 to 3 hours
is what I'm at right now. Yeah.
Okay. According to like the Steam playtime.
Yeah,
okay,
Steam
so that's
playtime.
counting on the ship and everything.
Yes. Yep.
So I will tell you, I have 282 hours in mission.
That's
so on planet. Yeah, I've played more than you. I've played more than you. As with all Wednesday games, I've played more than you. God, this game's almost really good. This game is really good, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, 282 hours. I'm sitting at 128,000 kills, 2,500 objectives, almost 700 missions. Usually I'm running in the 6 to 8 difficulty range.
Yep.
When we play, we're usually 5 to 7, depending on the day. We've done 10s though in the past.
Yep.
So so when you are diving, my friend Flip, how do you decide what you're bringing with you?
So there's mostly 2 criteria.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have more.
Yep. Specifically in the primary weapon slot, I have kind of
that's all we're gonna look at for.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. So those I only have 2 criteria, and I know that they're not the same as Logan's. Typically, what I'm looking for is a weapon that has at least medium armor penetration and or a effect. The eagle-eared listeners will know. I think I mentioned this in the past episode that we talked about Helldivers. I was a breaker incendiary shotgun main for a really long time, mostly because it had an effect. I think it's light armor penetration, but it almost always hit forever, no matter which way you were pointing that thing. And it had the fun chaotic energy of sometimes I would tag one of my friends and they would start on fire, which is the second important criteria for me. Is it fun? Do I enjoy the chaos of this thing? Which is why currently I am still running I've gone back. I went deep on choosing a specific weapon that I think it was the Liberator second one, the medium armor penetrating assault rifle.
Liberator Penetrator, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I used that for a while
like
after they launched the weapon customization stuff, because it had the most stuff that you could do to it. I was like, I want to take this system for a ride and see how it goes. And I realized that it was not succeeding in the fun category. I was not having a blast using that gun. It was boring as shit, and I did not enjoy it. So now I am back to probably my favorite gun in that game. And it's a very good all-rounder, which is why I like it a lot, and is the double-edged sickle, I think, which is the laser weapon that starts low or light armor penetrating, and then as you hold down the trigger, it will ramp up and do heavy armor penetration at the cost of doing chip damage and then starting you on fire. So I guess magical third category, will it start someone on fire, preferably someone else, but also maybe yourself. But yeah.
Okay.
That's broadly, like, I want to hit something really hard and I want to not think about it, but the fun factor of like not lighting someone on fire is like interesting to me. And then the double-edged sickle has kind of the fun balance thing, which is why I'm hitting 20 plus stims almost every mission that we play now.
Yeah, you're screaming most of the time.
Yes,
I've noticed.
Yeah. I have the 75% reduction in fire damage to self armor, and I still am on fire all of the time because it's got that fun like balance of like how much damage can I take to myself before I stim to then keep this gun running in medium or high armor penetration to like do the most damage, and then like tiptoeing back and forth between that is like a fun little mini game that I have to manage in this game of other mini games. But it really does just boil down to I would like to not be a burden on the team, and also I want to have fun. It's kind of like the 2 categories I play within when choosing a weapon.
Okay. Yeah. So I have expanded what you said into 4 bullet points.
Okay.
And we're gonna see how many we can come up with, because I bet I incorporate at least some of them. I have not done this exercise on paper yet. This is something we're gonna work through together.
Okay.
But for years, I have fun, effect, armor penetration, fire ?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And fire and effect kind of the same. Fire, effect, and fun all kind of linked, but not necessarily the exact same variable. Yeah. Because what I want to do at the end of this is I want to have like a machine that we can use to determine what weapon to bring. That's the goal of this exercise. Okay. Is can we figure out like a math to do where we say, here's some given starting numbers, what should I bring with me?
Interesting. Okay, so even thinking about that though, right? Like there's a lot of things I have not mentioned at all.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Because I don't think about it this way. That loadout that I am talking about, I will bring that no matter what. Like,
sure will.
It's not like I don't pick and choose between like, oh, we're doing bugs this week, or we're doing robots, or we're doing illuminate. That's just the thing I pick. That's fun and fire. Go. Like that's That's kind of where I'm at.
We do
which is-
mostly bugs. We do exclusively bugs. Let's just say we do exclusively bugs.
exclusively
for the sake of this
bugs,
argument.
especially for the recent return and perhaps departure from Helldivers.
Oh yeah, no, I think we're done with Helldivers. Everyone seemed to be done with Helldivers last week.
Yeah.
We played
Poor
like 1.5
Helldivers.
missions, and the bugs doxed us, and then we left.
Yep. they sure did. We still launched that goddamn missile.
We did launch that goddamn missile. We've never failed to launch a missile.
True.
That's one thing we can hang our helmet on.
Yes.
Okay, so let's expand this a little bit. Let's limit ourselves to bugs, although obviously the faction you're fighting would be a bullet point.
Yep.
So let's see if we can come up with some more. I'll start to rattle off a few that I know I use, and we'll see where you fall with that, and if something else comes to mind. So expected engagement distance.
Nope.
Definitely. We're gonna say time to kill, which is actually a compound stat that we can break out further. It's kind of like a damage over time. So we want rate of fire, we want handling, we want to know total ammo capacity. So how many shots can you put down range before you need to resupply?
Yep.
We want to know mag size.
Yep.
We want to know, I think ergonomics is the field that they have assigned for how much the weapon impedes your movement.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, that's what that means. So Helldivers doesn't. Here's the thing: they tell you some things. So what stats do they give us? Maybe that's where we should have kicked off from. They give us before weapon customization, the only thing they gave you was damage, which is a number, capacity, which is the magazine size, recoil, and fire rate. That was it. So once they added in the weapon customization, then we got horizontal recoil, vertical recoil, sway, ergonomics, capacity, magazines, and reload time. Reload time I didn't mention. That's a huge one. That's one of my big ones, both for Helldivers and almost any shooter.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to know, let's see. We'll say loadout cohesion.
What does that mean?
That means I want to cover my bases, I guess. I want it. Well, when I'm playing solo, I need to be able to kill everything.
Right.
I can't rely on one of you for anti-tank or a specific kind of armor penetration or something like that. So I guess that one's maybe that one's kind of a compound variable as well, I would say, between the planet or the biome. That's important. We didn't touch that.
I don't think about that at all.
Expected enemy type. So this is something that Helldivers does not tell you other than the faction, but each faction has like 3 to 5 different variants now,
strains or whatever. Yeah.
Which we're gonna talk about that.
I figured.
The stratagems I'm bringing absolutely are gonna impact the weapons I bring, which maybe that's part of the cohesion that I'm kind of hinting towards.
Yeah.
What
about
maybe that's
what about the rest of the team?
Yeah, so team comp for sure.
Yeah.
That matters obviously more when you have a team than when you don't.
Sure.
But and that's something like we don't coordinate loadouts.
No.
Because I know what you guys are here for, and I don't want to ruin that.
Yeah.
By being a fucking stick in the mud.
I feel like for the most part, Nick and I have incredibly static loadouts at this point. Like we are selecting mostly the same thing every time. So I'm sure that
for like a year and a half.
Yeah. So I feel like that gives you a little bit of room to kind of figure out the gaps and fill them in.
Yeah, to a degree. I would probably completely change both of your loadouts if we were like trying to get really good at this. I wouldn't let you guys bring any of the shit you bring.
What do you mean?
Not. That's not why we're there. We're not there to just like rock tents all the time.
Optimized to bring a bomb that sometimes you can accidentally trigger on your back and blow up the entire team? That's not optimized?
It's not optimized for clearing tens, but it is optimized for encouraging silly bullshit, which is the actual reason we're there.
Yeah, fun factor. Fun factor 10.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I don't think I've ever told one of you not to bring a thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good start, I think.
I like how that's a start. That is significantly more thought out than Fun and Fire. But
that was 13.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I bet I have at least 10 more I could come up with. And then we could, combine some of these because they influence each other.
Right.
So yeah, you two stay pretty static. I have kind of classes that I switch through depending on what's going on. I do like a visual cohesive sort of
like fashion?
Kind of. Yeah.
Fashion's important.
Closer to role play, I would say.
Yeah.
Very since important. We're not doing tense. Like I definitely will pick stuff based on a little story I've decided that my guy plays out.
Yeah, it sure would be nice if they let us lean into that a little bit more, but I suspect that that's a topic for later in the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so we have our 13 to 20 different data points that we want to look at when choosing a weapon now. And anytime you want to get better at kind of fucking anything, you should do an exercise like this, I think. You don't have to stick to it, but if you're not used to thinking about these decisions this intentionally, I think it's a good place to start. Okay, so now let's talk about some Helldivers stuff.
Okay.
Last time we did this, I taught you about armor, and you became aware that armor existed.
Correct.
For the most part, outside of like I can shoot it or I can't. It went from like a binary scale to I think a 9-point scale.
Yep.
And we talked about deflection values. I think like your angle of attack matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Look, you're already done with this.
Yep.
Would it,
I already forgot.
Would it? Are you able to explain to me, my good friend, what durable damage is?
Oh, not anymore.
Have you? So the not anymore comment makes me think that you think we've talked about this before.
Have we not talked about durable damage?
No.
Oh.
No. Would it surprise you to learn that the damage number on the gun that you see isn't actually how damage works? In fact, every weapon has 2 different damage values, only one of which is surfaced to the player.
Okay. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. It does disappoint me, though.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So everything has a standard damage value and a durable damage value.
Okay.
And different body parts on different enemies have a durability rating.
Okay.
So, like anything with a big squishy butt is going to have, so the big squishy butt of the bug is typically 0 armor, loaded, no armor at all, but very high durability. So the idea, I think, that they're trying to model, which we're going to get into this fucking game and its sim bullshit that it's married to.
Yep.
The idea is like, well, the big squishy bug butt is not like important to the survival of the bug the same way that its face is. You can shoot a bug in the face and it dies, but if you shoot it in the butt, it doesn't die right away.
Sure.
Because the butt's not important to the bug's survival in the, immediate term.
Okay.
So durable damage rather, is modeling that. So the big squishy bug butt has no armor, but very high durability, as opposed to like the face, which might have higher armor, but little to no durability.
Okay.
So the way that, does that at least make logical sense in a vacuum? From a simulation standpoint.
I can see how that makes sense. Because it's like ultimately like it is easy to shoot the bug butt, but if you shoot the bug butt, you are not doing the same amount of like meter damage you are doing to it, because it'd be like shooting your toe. Like shooting your toe would be very bad, but you would not die from that immediately.
Exactly.
I guess it makes sense. That's very unsatisfying, but yeah.
Yeah. And also keep in mind, like all of these bugs have layers to them. So they have the armor, and then they have the squishy bits underneath, because you can shoot the armor off.
Yep.
Those will have different durability values, both the armor and the bits underneath.
Yep.
Different durability and different armor values. And they all have different health pools. And also like a charger's made up of, I don't know, like 8 parts or something.
Yeah.
Let's pull up a charger here and see how many different bug bits go into making a charger.
Yeah, is there a unified health pool for the creature, and then there are that is made up of smaller health pools for body parts?
No. Yes and no. Okay. So a bug part has its own health pool, armor value, durability rating, carryover damage to the main health pool, fatality value, whether or not destroying that bug bit kills the bug or not. What else? Oh, overflow cap. God, I forgot about that. And what is EXD? Is that durable damage as well? Yeah.
Explosive damage resistance.
Yes, that's it. Okay, thank you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 variables per bug part.
Yeah.
And a charger has the main health pool, the head, torso armor, inner flesh, underside, rear plate, butt, claws, front leg armor, rear leg armor, leg flesh. Those are all the different parts of a charger.
Yeah.
So that's 11. So now we're at 88 values.
Yeah.
Just to numerically model the charger's health pool.
Yeah.
So So the way damage durability works is your weapon has a damage value and it has a durable damage value.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look up your incendiary breaker you use.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one because it's only going to disappoint me.
Oh yeah. I'm sure the durable value is going to be quite low. This is ballistic, light armor penetrating. Where is I might hate this game. I can't tell anymore.
Yeah, wait, so hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So I'm looking at this right now. So the shells have the same, fire is just a status on top of the breaker shotgun shells.
Correct. The breaker applies fire. So fire, from what I've gathered, is modeled universally.
Okay.
Fire from the breaker and fire from incendiary grenade and fire tornado are all going to apply the same exact status effect, I believe.
Okay, but who could say?
Yeah. Okay, so standard damage is 20 versus durable is 10.
Yeah.
Per pellet, and it shoots 12 pellets.
Yep.
At armor penetrating 2. But the fire is heavy armor penetrating. That'll go up to 4.
Yeah.
And that has an equal value between standard and durable.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll use our standard 20, durable 10 as our test values here.
Yeah.
So something that has this fucking game. There shouldn't be this many things involved in damage calculation.
I'm just kind of amazed that it can be calculated at this point. There's a part of me that just thinks it's magic, and somehow
we've been talking about there's damage fall off from distance as well.
Of course.
There's a lot of ballistics modeling that goes into that. They all have a different gravity value. The weapons,
gravity, drag, initial velocity. What?
Yep. This is why they can't fucking balance this thing and or make all of the bits of it work at the same time. There's too many little bits. Okay, so a durability value on an enemy's body part. Mm-hmm. If it's 0, that means all of the damage that your weapon does comes out of the normal damage that the weapon does.
So that's
and if it's 100, so that would be 20 in this case.
Yep.
From your per pellet.
Yep.
Where if it's fully durable, then it only uses the 10 instead of the 20. And if it's somewhere in between,
it's okay. Yeah.
Yep. So we'll just use 1 pellet into 1 unarmored thing to try to make the numbers small and easy.
Yep.
So 0 durability, you would do 20 damage. If that thing has 100% durability, you would do 10 damage.
Okay.
But if it has 60% durability,
you most would do, of these charger bits do.
Yeah. 60% of the damage you do is going to be based off of the durable damage number, the 10, and 40% of the damage you do is going to be based off of the standard damage number, the 20. So we're going to take 20 times 40 plus the 60 times 10, and we're going to add those together to get the actual damage number you deal rounded down. Everything rounds down.
Okay. I understand that this is making this look really silly because specifically the shotgun is halved, which kind of helps. The first weapon we were looking at, just like the random liberator that I pulled up, the
just
standard
like your OG.
damage. Yeah. The starting weapon. The standard damage is 90. The durable damage is 22. So you would do, if you're at 100% durable, no armor, you're doing 22 damage
per bullet.
But if you are at 50% durable, you are doing,
you're gonna do, what, 45 plus 11? 56 damage.
Which is not just standard in half. Why are there two damage numbers?
So the thing that I question is, how the fuck am I supposed to know any of this?
Yeah, I mean, there's no possible way for you to know. Like, it's in the wiki.
None of this is in the game. None of this is in the game.
No, and it's not even, I think we
the 90.
talked about this in the last episode, but like, this isn't even, like, most games have a, you're shooting at a thing and it's not doing anything. You're shooting at a thing and it's hurting it. You're shooting at a thing and it's really hurting it. Damage indicators. Like, your little crosshairs will light up with that. And one of the takeaways that I had from our last episode about Helldivers is that those are also kind of lying to you, because it is, the red indicator is that you are doing critical damage, or it's unarmored damage or something, and that the gray icon that says, hey, you're shooting a thing is doing something, but it's also not saying this is normal damage. Like, that also might not be going through and actually hurting the creature. I don't quite remember how it works, but your main point stands that, like, there are tools to manage this stuff in UI, and this game is not doing it, and it is also not telling you in the game anywhere these numbers and variables.
No, or out of the game. Like, if they had a weird Gloop-esque partnership with a wiki where they were like, hey man, look, we built this Clockwork Nightmare machine, and we have realized that, like, trying to explain this to a person isn't good for either us or the person, unless they really want to know this stuff. So if you want to know, here's the repository of everything. But this is mostly stuff that has been data mined or has been crowdsourced by the community doing just testing. Also keep in mind, I didn't know this until somewhat recently, they do a lot of changes that don't hit the patch notes.
Oh, interesting.
Like, a lot. Like, you can find someone on Reddit, I should have grabbed their screen name, has made it their mission to be permanently mad about how many changes don't hit the patch notes, and I appreciate it. Like, they have pages of bullet points over time.
Good.
And it's not like little stuff either. Sometimes it is significant. So this is kind of coming back to my thesis of what the fuck is this game and who is it for?
Yep.
Shooters we tend to put on a like two-pole spectrum of arcade to simulation, I guess, is maybe the other end of that.
Yeah.
Is that a fair?
I think so. Yeah.
So your arcade shooter, I guess
Call of Duty.
Yeah. I mean, that's like a third, like 1/3 in from arcade towards the simulation side, I would say.
Okay. Are you thinking
like normally I would say like Quake 3 Team Arena or Unreal Tournament, but I feel like we're old bastards and we should probably have more relatable things to say than that. Yeah. So what was that Ubisoft shooter you made me play then that failed immediately? That was arcadey as hell. Yeah. So that was very arcadey. An arcade shooter, you're typically very bullet spongy, very high rate of movement, high mobility, you're jumping around, ammo's going everywhere, there's power-ups, your health comes back pretty quickly. Where simulation on the other end, you're like early days of PUBG or Arma or something where it's tummy time and you're crawling around because someone's gonna shoot you from across the map once and you're never gonna see it and you're just gonna be dead.
Yep.
So Helldivers, this is what I can't figure out. Helldivers is clearly pretty simulation heavy.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty isn't fucking around with all these numbers.
No.
Call of Duty has numbers and they show them to you, and that's kind of it. they're not modeling like 4 different degrees of reflected bullets to determine damage values split across 3 different health pools and 2 different damage types.
Yeah. We also haven't talked about constitution as a thing either.
Yeah.
So there's like stats
or
related
like
as well.
Knockback. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. Which theoretically, if you could spin all of these plates at the same time, I would think gives you more tools for balance.
Yes.
But I
agree with you on that.
I don't think they've built a machine that allows you to spin all the plates at the same time.
Yeah.
And as evidence of this, I will point to the giant pile of broken plates at the feet of Arrowhead.
Yes.
Because when they're rebalancing stuff, they're frequently just like, I don't know, this thing does twice as much damage as it did last week. Maybe now you'll use it. We cut the magazines from 8 to 4 on this gun. Where it's just like, if you started close, you wouldn't be taking swings this hard 2 years later on all of these numbers. But also they have, 10 different difficulties, but these systems are static across all 10 difficulties, as far as I know. Like, I don't think ballistic properties change between a 4 and an 8.
Okay,
it's just spawn rate.
Imagine?
Well, the thing is, they probably need to, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because we typically play like a 6 or a 7. And even if we're not on a special planet, there have been times where a 7 is a cakewalk that one of us could do while the other 2 stand in the corner and have a chat. And then there are other times where a 7 is the most skin of the teeth thing we've ever done in our lives.
Yes.
And sometimes those are adjacent weeks.
Yes.
And as we mentioned earlier, you 2 do the same thing every time. And I usually do the same thing every time. So
it is and sometimes we don't even leave the planet week to week. It is
the same planet,
as repeatable as possible.
Yeah. So they clearly want to do this very simulation heavy thing. That they're doing it, I guess. Not just that they want to. They have built a very simulation heavy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to my mind, as a mostly casual player, nothing around this game would ever clue me into that fact, other than the part where they keep breaking it constantly.
Yeah. I generally agree with that. I'm kind of clicking through some stuff right here, but the wonderful wiki.gg for Helldivers lists the stats you can toggle at the top here between Helldivers 2 and Helldivers 1. And kind of the magical thing here is that when we're looking at the charger, when you've just explained that there are 8 different zones that you can shoot this thing at in Helldivers 2, and like granted, moving from an isometric style top-down game into a third-person shooter, there's a little bit more variability there. The charger in Helldivers 1, it has 1 health pool and it has default armor and back armor. That's it.
Yeah.
There are not these extreme zones of engagement. There are not the like deflection stats. There is acceleration, move speed, turn speed, and rush stuff like that. It's like so desperately simplified to exactly what you think one of these games is. Like, I think if you told me that the way that Helldivers 2 worked is exactly the same stats as how it works in Helldivers 1, I would believe you. And in fact, looking at this, I'm amazed that this isn't how it works and that they did this simulation nonsense so hard compared to this thing.
Yeah, they went hard. They went hard. And I think they built a cool thing. Like, I guess, like, as much as I bag on this thing, I played it for 300 hours for a reason. But from the outside looking in, I would come to this expecting a very arcade experience.
Yes.
The branding and the tone is entirely irreverent, which is not what I expect from a simulation game.
Yep.
There aren't a lot, like we said, there aren't a lot of stats that are surfaced. If you look at all of these partnership deals they've been doing, we have what? We have Killzone, which I have not played, but I'm assuming is probably on the arcade end of things. We have Halo, which is definitely on the arcade end of things.
Yep.
This most recent one is very much a Titanfall 2 riff. We've had there's a Doom guy armor set. Like, these are all...
There's a Judge Dredd.
Yeah. these are all pulpy, fast, straightforward titles in my mind.
Yeah.
And this is a Clockwork Nightmare under the hood. Like they recently, since we've come back, or they figured out a way in their tech pipeline to be able to deactivate items. I don't know if you've seen this happen yet.
No.
Oh, yeah. I think I maybe played a week before we brought it back as a Wednesday game, just to make sure it was
playable,
maybe technically playable. And at that point in time, the SMG pummeler, I think, was disabled, and I want to say the One True Flag was disabled because they changed something unrelated, and suddenly this one SMG, if it already had bullets in it, you couldn't reload it anymore.
Oh.
Or maybe you could only reload it if it had no bullets in it. I don't remember which. Just one of the SMGs didn't reload properly after a war bond released or an update released.
Okay.
So now they've built the pipeline such that they can just turn that SMG off, at least.
Yeah.
But it's weird that 2 years in you've made a machine to turn off parts of the machine because you know it's never going to work all at the same time.
Yeah. Wow.
That's an odd concession to make, I think, to some degree.
And the flag also is like a weird one to turn off.
I can't remember what
that's really good.
Why that was. So yeah, from this, and this is why I think this is all kind of culminating. There's a yet again a division in the Helldivers community. People are upset, and then people think it's stupid that people are upset, and then I agree a little bit with both. So this last update changed the one of the focal points of the ire at the moment is the armor on the hive guards, and this is something we noticed immediately on Wednesday.
Yes.
Is suddenly these things that had I think armor 2 now have armor 4. And to along with that change, they also made the rest of the bug squishier and easier to kill. So if you shoot it in the unarmored bits, you can kill it with a light pen gun without issue, and it dies relatively quickly apparently.
Okay.
But nothing else in your arsenal is going to kill it outside of a grenade or a special weapon or the defender, or I guess your gun at max
would hit
at
through
max
it.
would also hit through it.
Yeah.
And the push and pull that I've seen people bitching about on Reddit is that this was always the intention. This is how the hive guards were always supposed to work. But there wasn't enough weapon diversity at launch to make the design function from a gameplay standpoint. There weren't enough tools in the early arsenal to deal with these things, where now there's 3 or 4 times the weapon diversity that there was back then. 2 years ago. And that makes sense to me in a vacuum. If you look at the bug types, having this kind of relatively frequently spawning but heavily armored sort of phalanx kind of feel makes sense with the rest of the bugs.
Yeah.
You've got these little fast ones, you've got some big ones that hit hard. There's some amount of sense for there to be like this defensive support bug that was otherwise kind of a squishy slow idiot otherwise. So people with that who are backing that opinion are mainly just crying skill issue that just shoot it not in the armor and you're fine. Why are we even talking about this?
Sure.
And I think my point is I have to assume most of the player base is casual because that seems to be true of almost every game ever.
Yeah.
Just by numbers.
Yes.
If a thing worked one way since launch for 2 years, saying, well, really it was supposed to be different from the beginning.
Yes.
Kind of doesn't fucking matter.
Correct. Yep.
Tough shit.
Yes.
You should have built it that way then. And if it didn't work, you should have made it work.
Yes.
And you didn't.
Yeah.
So
like there are so many, like, yes, sure. Like if that is the intended design of big squishy bug that has almost impenetrable face, like, sure, then do that. And also, why don't you then ramp one of the other weapons up to heavy armor and go from that? Like there are the weird like jet propulsed assault rifles and stuff. Like, I don't know. I remember that first war bond being pretty diverse in the weapons that you had. You had your pretty basic spread of those things. I kind of call nonsense. That, and then like the second part of it is, which maybe you're building towards here, but if you change it and don't tell me, then it doesn't count. Like you can't do the both sides. Yeah, like you can't do the both sides of this thing. Like it's one thing with like the strains and stuff where they introduce new complex complex versions of the
Yep.
bugs.
Yep.
But to change the fundamental way that you engage with the core creatures, that like if you've been playing this game from start, or if you've been playing this game the week before the patch hit, like you are now having to change how you engage with a thing that looks and acts the exact same way as it did last week, but
Yeah.
now it's different, and there's no visual reference, there's no on-screen reference.
All of a sudden your bullets are bouncing off when last
Yes.
week they went right through this thing's face.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a little freak out when we dropped in.
Yes. Yep.
Because I had built this class in a very specific way. And yeah, suddenly the combat puzzle is entirely different. And that's fine, but this game doesn't have seasons. It doesn't have I'm here to do silly action movie bullshit once a week, and I would like that to be predictable.
Yeah.
Because on the outside, all of the visual and tone markers of this game tell me it should be basically the same fucking game forever.
Yeah.
And it's going to be relatively straightforward.
Yeah. And again, like they introduce new things to I'm looking at the list of all the bugs here, but there's the Predator strain, which fuck those guys. There's the Spore Burst strain, which are the really fucked up ones that we dealt with last week that have these cool blood
They're fast
thorns
now
on them.
They're real fast now. That's a rework
now
of those, by the way.
Okay. But like, I guess what I'm getting at here is that there are specific, special new seasons of bugs that roll out that you very much could have just layered these ones in as, hey, look, it's a Hive Guard, but its armor is red now. And like, that is a great way to tell me that something has changed.
Yep.
And to plan accordingly.
The to your point, the different enemy like classifications there, your Predator strain, your Gloom, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great design strategy for this. That's a great sandbox that the devs can play in.
Yes.
And the people who are looking for this like constantly changing, finely tuned combat puzzle can enjoy these quick iterations.
Yep.
But I feel like you should just leave the base thing alone.
Yes.
And tough shit. Like another weird thing is the face of that Hive Guard now has the same armor or better than the player controlled tank.
Good. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Good. So yeah, I think my thesis before, if I'm remembering correctly, and definitely now, is that they advertised and sold one game.
Yep.
They tried to build a different thing entirely, and what we do have is somewhere in between those, and it's some entirely different thing than either what they sold.
Yes.
And people are expecting and what they want to be making themselves.
Yeah, which is interesting because the thing that kind of gets me about this is that, like, yes, they've made this like really intense simulation system for how things take armor and how your weapons fire and how you use them. And then, I mean, I'm sure now that we've talked about this twice, I imagine that I am not seeing everything that is being done. But one of the biggest surprises to me is, like, especially knowing this simulation line they were going down, when they introduced the weapons customization stuff, like all the different attachments and the camos and all of that stuff, I was expecting a simulation style weapon customization system, and for the most part it's not. Like, a lot of those things that you can see, they tweak one of those 6 values ever so slightly, and a few times you'll get one that really changes the recoil pattern. But they're simulating it. They're showing you where every single bullet in that magazine is going to go. But it is not to the level of complexity and insanity that I feel like they went on, like the armor for the Charger, or, you know, this like durable, non-durable damage nonsense.
Oh, yeah. So the weapon customization's bad. It's kind of embarrassing, I think, the way that has rolled out and not been maintained.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it very visually reminds me of Call of Duty, the way that they do the attachments.
Yeah, they're going for a gunsmith there.
Yeah, but they don't have the number of attachments to pull it off.
Mm-mm.
They they're not impactful in interesting ways. There's what, like 7 attachments total, maybe 8.
Yeah, something like that. It's only in like 3 categories though.
Yeah, they unlock hella slow.
Oh my god,
Jesus, is it slow? And you need a thing to be like level 19 or higher before the attachments are worth using for most of them. Not all of them, but the best attachments are usually over level 20.
Yep.
Which I think you and Nick are just starting to get there now.
Yeah,
because you use exclusively one weapon.
Yeah, Nick just hit, I think, like 22 on the incendiary breaker, and he has used that for the past year and a half, if not longer.
Yeah. The weapon XP comes from objectives, I'm pretty sure. It's not related to using the gun at all, which is a weird choice.
Yep.
They've not iterated on it one bit since it's come out.
Yeah.
Attachments that you would expect to exist are just sold attached to weapons in war bonds. So there's suppressors in a war bond. There's no suppressor attachment.
Yeah, because
they could have added suppressors
right?
as an attachment type.
Yeah, because I guess like that's kind of the thing though, is that none of the attachments provide effects to the weapon. It is only how the weapon fires and how many bullets it can fire and in what pattern it fires.
Yeah, you've got magazine capacity, you have vertical and horizontal recoil. You have ergonomics, which is how much it impacts your movement.
Yep.
And
then
the scope.
Yeah. But
most of those are not useful either.
No, not really. It's a third person game where you're playing it like an arcade game. Like you are. I'm not ADSing in the scope with my primary weapon almost ever, I don't think.
The Hive Guard was an undocumented change, by the way, with this last patch. That wasn't in the patch notes anywhere.
Perfect.
The attachment thing really feels like I don't know, like a week-long ideation period that a couple people got to toy around with, and they just made it live.
It strikes me.
It feels like a great proof of concept that needs 7 more revisions.
Yeah.
Before it is in the game, and then they put it out and have not touched it since. And that was like a year ago, I feel like.
Yeah, it strikes me as a thing that is supposed to be a secondary or even like tertiary goal for a player to go after. Like it is another one of those hooks that the game can keep in you. Like you got your medal track to get the medals to unlock stuff in the warbond to get you new toys to play with. You have the sample track, which allows you to unlock new things for your ship that allow you to, modify, it's basically your like meta progression in the game. And then the addition of the weapons XP seemed like, okay, well, we've got people, we're not putting out content fast enough in the war bonds to keep people at bay. And these people have already maxed out their ship. So we need to give them another treadmill to manage to like keep them coming back to, hold out until we launch the new war bond. And even as a person who is engaging with that system, like it feels empty. Like it especially in a world where the Call of Duty gunsmith exists, or I mean, shit, the attachments that you can pick up in PUBG in 2017 is a more robust and well-rounded attachment like group of tools than you have available for every single one of the weapons that you have in Helldivers.
Yeah, agreed. This game was never supposed to be this popular, and it has done nothing but bite them in the ass from a design standpoint.
Yeah.
This is, I think, in some ways, I mentioned this to you a while ago, that World of Warcraft like ruined you video games forever.
Yeah.
Once these fucking suits realized, if you do it right, people will play exclusively your game and nothing else forever. That now is the goal of every game, and like kind of everything. This is to some degrees just a capitalism thing. Just like, let's just
get them hooked.
Let's just be the only thing that is in this person's life.
Yes.
That's not manageable from a development standpoint. And I don't know how we get out from under that shadow, but
yeah, I'm sure that this is a term that most of our listeners have listened to or have heard in the world before. The thing that is so interesting to me about Helldivers 2 is that it doesn't necessarily, it suffers from this in a different way, I guess. Like the thing that you're referencing about like forever applications and like getting people in ecosystems to be stuck there, and then you ultimately shitify them where you start open with like this really cool, exciting thing, and as people become attached, you chip away at the things that made that service unique or good or positive or enjoyable to use until you're left with a husk of nothing, but somehow you are still so sunk deep into this ecosystem that you continue to provide money to the person or to the company. And the thing that's so striking to me about that as like enshittification, once you're aware of that as a concept, you'll see it fucking everywhere. But I almost want to push back on the notion that Helldivers 2 as a live service experience is an enshittified experience, because I think it is. Like, I think that it is a game that continues to get buggier in different ways and is like has its edges shown more and more as you play it. But I still kind of want to believe that the devs behind this game have this weird simulation dream for what this thing is, and they continue to march forward and try to make it better. Like, it never strikes me as a thing where like, well, you know, it's a classic angry gamer, like fucking lazy devs at Arrowhead just putting out bad patches for no reason. Like, I think that they're trying, and that's the thing that is the most confusing to me, is that I still don't completely understand what they're trying to do, but by God, they're trying, and it's not really hitting sometimes, but I guess you gotta give them it for the effort.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't think this is an enshittified game in any way. But I think they need to throw their fucking design document from 5 years ago when they started development and put it in the trash, because they built a different thing and they have an audience that expects a different thing than that.
Yeah.
And trying to execute on that vision is only causing strife. Would it surprise you to learn that there is not a dedicated balancing team?
Yes and no.
yeah, same. Like, it surprises me that that's not a box, but looking at the way this game works, clearly there isn't.
But like, how do you balance this nightmare, right? Like, how do you... I'm looking at the list of Terminid enemies, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There are 23 Terminid enemies without the strains included. And each one of them has their own nightmare stack of armor stats.
Yep.
So that's 23 creatures that have up to... Let's see. What do you think the most complex one is? It sure as shit is the Bile Titan.
I would say probably the Bile Titan, just from the size. 4, 5, it's got more
6,
opportunity.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 damage zones on a Bile Titan, many of which I've never thought about. So you have 11 of that. There are 23 creatures that have, we'll say, at least 3 armor zones, some of them going up to 11. Like, how can
across 10 difficulties.
Yes, across 10
you
difficulties.
You don't know, there's no fixed size of team. There's 4 or less.
Yep, 1 to 4.
And then you also don't know what those 1 to 4 people have unlocked.
Yep.
And you don't, like, if we look at, so I started bringing the 120 way more often.
Yep.
Now that I have maxed out all of the buffs for the 120.
Yep.
You can just chuck that thing and it basically blows up everything in its radius now.
Yeah.
For me. Like, my 120 is way better than your 120.
Correct. Yep. And
you don't know that. Yeah. And from a balance side, you don't know which one the player has either. You have to assume, like, I think they're assuming that the player is going to balance the game themselves to what they want out of it, which is something we kind of do on a weekly basis. That's why we oscillate between like 6 and 8.
Yep.
But they've made it impossible to track that.
Yes.
Like, we only know that after we've played 2 games of just like, oh, things are different in a way that aren't the fun we were looking for. So now we either need to go up or down.
Yep.
But now we're going to maybe have one more game tonight on the quote unquote correct difficulty we were looking for.
Yes.
And we're going to come back next week and maybe it'll be entirely different.
Yes. And maybe I'm not the one who's usually piloting the ship at this point in time, but doesn't changing the difficulty mid-mission remove you from the other successes that you had? It like starts over, right?
Yeah, you lose your like
your
consecutive mission bonus to the rewards. Yeah.
So like the incentive of the game is not to tune that way then.
Correct. Yeah. The game is incentivizing you to pick a difficulty and play 3 missions at that difficulty to maximize your points. But like, as you pointed out, if you've played this game for a couple 100 hours over difficulty 7 or 8, you don't need any points. There's no more points for you to have.
Right. Yes.
You need the point thing can't be why you're you're here anymore because
Right.
there aren't that many points to have. And if they add more points, that's like just more shit they have to try to balance.
Right.
Like if there's more stuff to spend the points on, and that's more things they have to try to balance. So yeah, no, I don't think this is. I don't think you can fix this. I think we're just gonna. It reminds me a bit of like watching Jagex fumble RuneScape early. And now I think they've maybe overcorrected too far in the other direction. But where you see devs just like making changes to the design doc they had, ignoring the player sentiment behind it.
Yeah.
Of just like, no, we're doing the thing we were gonna do, and you'll learn to like it. Where now they've kind of come around to like, yeah, man, we just need to make them like the thing and figure out how to enjoy the process of making them like it within that box rather than the inverse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Seems like we are gonna take another Helldivers break.
Yeah.
And come back, perhaps or perhaps not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, the other part of this, and like, I think that the Hive Guard and the constantly trying to update this game to be more simmy or to kind of deal with the last patch that tried to make things more simmy has just continued to make it be one of the more generally inconsistent and volatile games that has reached this level of success. Like, I don't know if I would say that it's the one we've come back to this episode a lot, but I don't know if I would say that PUBG is a less optimized experience than Helldivers. Like, that game has its own problems, but I feel like it is quite performant for what it is trying to do compared to how just kind of out of pocket weird shit happens in Helldivers depending on what patch has hit in the last week or not.
Yeah, and we didn't even mention the impact that just the wide array of technical issues has on your weekly experience.
Yeah.
And I sent this to you on PUBG. They have a PvE roguelite mode now. Like,
yeah.
PUBG is a weird contrast with Helldivers of two games that absolutely blew the fuck up in ways that the devs were not expecting.
Yep.
And PUBG has held that audience, not the same audience, but they've held that player count relatively static.
Yeah.
Where Helldivers hit their peak of like 450k, immediately fumbled that whole PSN thing and dropped to the 50k plus or minus 10 and has kind of stayed there since then.
I mean, it bottomed out. I remember because we were playing, I think, a couple weeks before the Illuminate arrived, and I think it was bottoming out around like 25k concurrence, which, like,
that feels right.
I have strong opinions about people using concurrence all the time. I think that this is probably one of those cases where it makes a little bit more sense to use it. But like, we were playing when the Illuminate hit, and it was back up to, it was like a 10-fold increase. I remember it being in like the 200,000s when we were playing the night that thing came out. So yeah, they've like oscillated wildly on their player counts as well, like adding in Xbox and the myriad issues that caused for everyone else when that rolled in. Like, it's been a buggy nightmare for this. Like, I mean, how big is Arrowhead?
I don't know.
Let's see. What do we got here? I typed in Arrowhead size, and wouldn't you know it, there's only a page of search results here for them lowering the download size.
Yeah.
140-ish people.
Okay.
From around last year. So yeah,
they have an impossible job. Like,
it's a medium.
I don't want to take away from how hard it is.
Yeah. Yes.
But I also think they are making it harder than it needed to be at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, both of those are true. People are unreasonable. Making games is hard. Balancing games is harder. Balancing this game in particular seems to be nigh impossible with the setup that we're at currently.
Yes. Also, wait, they I haven't looked at the development history of Arrowhead before, which is interesting. They started making games in 2011. They made Magicka in 2013. They made a game called The Showdown Effect, which I have never heard of before. In 2014, they made a game called, you may have heard of it, Gauntlet. Gauntlet Slayer Edition. 2015, Helldivers, Numero Undo. And 2024, 9 entire years later, after having between almost yearly launches before then comes Helldivers 2. They had to literally build a simulation system in 10 years.
Yeah, I see why they're married to that design document,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's helping them. I
Yep.
just sent you that Reddit thread that has all of the undocumented changes this person has compiled.
God, that's so good.
Go ahead and pop that open and just click
Just
the read more down arrow and
scroll.
see how long it scrolls.
Wow. It just really does keep going, huh? That scroll bar, quite large.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, like
And some of I think some of the undocumented changes are because they introduce a new system
yeah.
and they'll document the new system, but the way they've implemented the new system has all of these knockdown effects on 30 other things
Yes.
that they then have to go fiddle with
Yeah.
because suddenly there's durable damage now. So now we need to change the numbers on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
we're going to try to
fascinating-
change them so they're the same, so that like the new simulation outputs the same
Right.
endpoint as the old simulation, but they're not going to get it quite right because this shit's impossible.
Yeah. Like just to like really hammer down into how weird and simmy this game is, and also like how kind of building it on the fly. I just picked a random one here, but in July of 2025, some of the unlisted patch notes here is increasing the standard damage and the durable damage and the demolition force of the projectile from the orbital smoke and EMS strikes from 0 to 300. So
Yeah, so if it directly hits a guy,
yes,
it did no damage, and now it does 300 damage.
yes, and like
Yeah.
number one, that means a couple of things. So it means up until this point, it was not doing any damage because either it was not intended to, or it was intended to, and they didn't get to it. But in order for them to increase the damage from 0 to 300, it must mean that that object is capable of hitting something else, and that the system is capable of determining a direct hit from the projectile, or they added that in at some point.
Yeah.
Why?
Eagle Napalm Airstrike, May 13th. It's almost a year ago. Burn damage increased from 50 to 100. Heavy burn armor penetration increased from armor penetrating 2 to armor penetrating 4. Heavy burn standard damage decreased from 400 to 200. Heavy burn durable damage increased from 80 to 200.
Yeah, those are big changes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's, if you run that every week, suddenly it works way different. I mean, we were playing when we first got back. I was like, oh, the orbital precision strike that I kind
Yes.
of relied on.
Yep.
Is suddenly way worse and the timer's worse, and like now I just never bring it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't
So
know.
I guess like going back to the exercise at the beginning, right? Like
Yeah.
we talked pretty extensively about all of the different variables that go into you making a selection. And I would say that you are much closer on the esports spectrum of Helldivers, which is already a hilarious thing because it is a PvE game. But like
I like to be good at things.
you like to be good at things. But as I scroll through this list, like one week to another, we have fixed us. Where was it? I lost it. Reverted the change made in the previous patch. The launcher has medium penetrating armor now. Like there are so many. Like even if you take the documented stuff, if you were to sit down and actually read the patch notes every time before we play,
Which I did for a while.
you did do.
I
that
used to
for a
send
while.
you guys stuff from the patch notes constantly.
Yes. Even if you did that, you would not see all of these things, which is fascinating. But then, like, I'm coming around now to the point of view where fire and fun might be the only way to play this game.
Yeah, and I think this is where some of that animosity from the player base comes from.
Sure.
Where it's like, I keep getting committed to your game and you keep making it a different thing in ways that I am not able to comprehend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm now hesitant to become emotionally invested in your game because I don't know what the fuck it's going to be week to week.
Yep. Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's frustrating because it has been an excellent game at times. It has been close to my favorite game at times.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's
this
also
game-
just a frustrating engine of hatred and malice. It is both and.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we've probably played this game more as a group than any other one I can think of.
Yeah. PUBG's close just from how much Nick and I played originally, depending on how you factor that in. But yeah, as a group of 3, definitely this is what we've put the most hours into. And over the longest duration. Like we spent a year doing nothing but Helldivers, basically.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah.
70% of the time.
It's a blast. Except for those times when you would try to join and it would crash the game. You know, there's all those
which was like 30% of the time.
Yeah. Or when you're in the mission and then slowly your controller continues to drop inputs and you're just aiming up at the sky, pulling the trigger and nothing happens and, you know.
Audio goes away.
Oh, yeah, the audio goes away.
Nick and I were both desyncing. So, like, to loop back around to our battleship discussion from the beginning, the way Nick and I deal with bugs is that speed is our armor.
Yeah. Yep.
And, like, I know I've gotten really good at just dancing and diving through a pile of bugs because their animations are burned into my head. I know their engagement distances.
Yeah.
I can run light armor and survive almost everything. I rarely die more than a couple times, if ever.
Yeah.
But if you start desyncing by just a little bit, suddenly that's gone. The entire way I play the game is no longer functional at all. I just spend the whole night dead.
Yeah. Quite frustrating.
Yeah, man. Yep. So maybe we'll get an old school Helldivers 2 released at some point. If they burn this to the ground, they'll be like, hey, guess what? We're taking it back. There's 2 war bonds. That's it.
OSHV2?
Yeah. Maybe we should start rallying behind that flag. You guys do whatever you want. This is now Helldivers 3. Re-release Helldivers 2. Do not give me war bonds. Do not give me durable damage. Just stop.
Was the durable damage in from the beginning?
I don't think so. I'll be a little embarrassed if it is.
Yeah, I'm curious. Oh my god, the damage wiki page on the Helldivers wiki is daunting. Oh, there's so many things. There are 14 subcategories underneath damage calculation.
Yeah, it's more than RuneScape.
Jeez. Regular example.
Okay, looks like it came out in...
This is almost an impossible thing to find. Oh boy.
It's gotta be one. Where's the update list? Game version. Here we go.
Hidden stat. Patch 1.000.1 saw increased durable damage for the laser cannon and decreased damage for the railgun, which is March 6th, 2024, which I think is launch-ish.
If this was a Weird Gloop wiki, we would have this answer already.
Yeah. What is Weird Gloop up to? They picked up someone else, right?
Yeah, they did. I don't remember who now. I'm gonna be real sad when they disappoint me.
Oh, Riot, it looks like. Weird Gloop. Oh, they have like built it out, actually. They have...
Oh, they have Beltaro now? Smite 2, Hightail, I don't know what that is, GTA, Vampire Survivors, Warframe,
yeah,
2XKO, don't know what that is either.
That's a Riot game.
League of Legends, Minecraft, and our 3 RuneScapes.
And Balatro, GTA wiki?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out Weird Gloop.
Yeah. What's up, Weird Gloop? Come on the show.
Weird Gloop knows what they're doing.
Blog post. First blog post. We wrote a guide to help you get your wiki off fandom. March 2026. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh, they moved the GTA wiki off fandom. Amazing.
Good
for them.
Get away from... Don't do fandom. If you haven't in a while, open up your browser and clear all your fandom cookies because they're huge.
They are beefy.
And horrible.
And you don't need them. But
yes. I guess tune in next time and I will have a date for you of when durable damage was introduced.
Yeah. I saw some stuff from March 24, but not corroborated. Yeah. Also, it's the weird thing where it's a hidden stat. So like who knows when people discovered it and then when we were able to data mine that it was a thing that was changing. Okay. Well, what's our takeaway here? What's our positive turn on this one? You said, and I'll bring this back. I should probably just have it on a button over here. But you said that this year you're gonna try to take your negative bullshit and make it actionable. So, what do you got?
You want... Okay, here's my actionable shit. Here's another thing we didn't talk about that's related.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get emotionally invested in anything ever again. Xbox needs to die.
Yep.
Let Xbox die.
Okay.
They're not a balancing force to PlayStation. That's a silly idea from 2012 that you need to let fall out of your head. Yeah, don't just let them make their thing, and if they make a bad thing, you can just leave. You just leave.
You just leave.
You just
Go
leave
somewhere else.
There's other games. There's a lot of them.
So many.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
There's your actionable item today. Check your own emotional investment into things that don't actually matter.
So I think that's a better way of saying it, but I do like the don't get emotionally invested in anything ever again.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Okay.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Or ocean liner.
Or
battle cruiser. Hey, yeah, give me a definition of battle cruiser. If you're a weird boat guy who listens to our show, that'll keep you busy for a while. Good luck with that, Phil. You can read those when
Thanks,
they come
I'll field the comments. All right. Well, I think we did it there. I think we talked enough trash about Helldivers 2. We learned a new thing about durable damage. So that's fun. We didn't make a math algorithm for how to pick a weapon in Helldivers, but I think
we started,
and I don't necessarily know if it matters specifically for Helldivers anyways. And
that game's still fun. I don't know. Maybe still play Helldivers. I mean, I don't know. Don't give them more money until they figure out what the fuck they're doing. But
yeah,
I don't know. There's still fun to be had with that.
It's still fun. It's still enjoyable.
Yeah,
but don't go all esports on it. You know, maybe you'll find more fun avoiding the esports. That's a lesson I live by every day.
We'll keep fighting about that. That's fine.
That's fair. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, and don't get emotionally invested in stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
But bye.
Just shoot the bug and move on.
Yeah, shoot the bug and move on. Hey, thanks for listening. I've been Phil, and he's been Logan. Our music is by Nicholas Cahill. Head over to 70%complete.com for articles, blogs, and reviews, and you can also watch our video essays and Let's Plays on YouTube, or, tune in mostly daily for my short chat podcast, Point to Point. There's also a link to join our Discord down there. Come hang out and chat RuneScape, tech, or, really anything else with all the great people there. All the links are in the show notes. And we'll be back soon with another episode of Esoteric Nonsense. See you then.
Oh, this fucking game.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Isn't it?
That's so dumb.
Why'd they do that? Why'd they do any of this?
It's the part where it's not just a percentage of the standard damage that is really throwing me off. Then
you have to figure out how much of that damage that happens gets attributed to the main pool. I don't even know if we talked on that.
We didn't talk about the main pool.
Yeah, see?
It's so ridiculous.
It really feels like the game, maybe this should have been in the episode too, it really feels like the game could be doing 85% less under the hood and be almost visually indistinct from what it's doing now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure my experience would be that different if they were like, yeah, there's 4 numbers now instead of, I don't know, some 2 to the power of 6.
Well, it's just the silly thing where the Biotitan parts, right? The parts of the Biotitan. There are 1, 2, 3 parts for the underside of the Biotitan.
Yeah. You know what this is?
They are visually the same.
This is a 70% complete project, but instead of after 2 weeks being like, hey, it was really fucking stupid that we thought we could do all of that. They're like, no, we're just going to do this.
We're just doing
forever.
It. Yeah.
We picked it and we're going to do it for 9 years and then we'll put it out. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to find a way to make this big dumb idea happen.
Yeah. It's too late now. There's no going back.
Yeah.
We've already spent 6 months on this design doc. We cannot go back. This game needs to launch next year.
We are too emotionally invested in this clockwork magic that we put together. It is very cool. It's very cool.
It's so
on paper.
Cool. Yeah.
It feels like a thing we have done on paper before.
Oh yeah. I love it in theory. It's really cool in theory.
Yeah. Yeah. But then you gotta build the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And that's worse to do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cheers for having the gumption to do it. Jeers for having the gumption to do it.
Yeah. That's a title.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't end an episode ever. Okay.
Yeah.
we can stop talking about Helldivers.
We can stop talking about
I'm gonna hit the stop button so I stop talking about Helldivers.
Did I tell you I got that dumb little light tube thing?
You mentioned a $15 throwaway something or other. It's like fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Proof of
basically
concept.
I was buying it I was buying the spotlight and I was like, oh well, let's see here. And the algorithm told me that I might like this. I think it's probably like a 10-inch light tube, and they're right. It's an LED light tube. And,
it's technically what it is.
It is technically what it is. It's like I think it's like an 8-watt light, so it's actually probably perfect for a like off-axis key light for me. Has the same like magnetic mounts on the back, which would be awesome, except I realized that my shelving unit is actually made out of aluminum, so that's a bummer. But I can still like strap it down. It has like it's got 1/4-inch threads on both ends, so I could put it on a tripod if I wanted to.
All right.
So it's like a little, it's perfectly sufficient and will do the thing I want it to do. Who knows if it will do it more than once? But
yeah,
the one time I guess is nice. It also has a like all of these dumb things do, which I don't really know. It must just be easy to add in, or just comes pre-built on whatever board they're running. But it has the effects menu that all of these dumb things have, and I don't.
Yep,
I don't really understand why. But I unpacked this thing downstairs, and the kid saw it, so I handed it to him, and he was just playing around with the buttons. So I found out how the brightness works, and that was good that I caught that ahead of time. But it also, he found the effects thing, and some of the effects are police car, ambulance, fire truck, and all that fun stuff.
They sure are.
So he turned it on to fire truck and was running around the house, holding it above his head, going wee,
doing a wee woo. Yep.
So that's good.
So it's paid for itself, is what you're saying.
I mean, $15 successfully spent at this point.
Yeah, at a minimum, it'll fill that need for a while.
Oh yeah. It's also at this point, it's one of the only USB-C chargeable lights we have in the house. So that's kind of useful to just have a light tube that I can immediately have accessible and power off of a power bank instead of having to keep the correct batteries stocked all the time.
Fuck batteries. That's what I say.